Hello students, welcome to the second part of July 11th lesson on solving system by elimination. This one here is kind of different than the one we just learned. Okay, for example, all right, if you have an equation like this, like a minus b is equal to 10, a plus b is equal to, I don't know, 13 or something like that, okay? If they are, you can actually combine the two equations, okay? To do that, the only way you want to do that is one of the variables eliminated, like these two. If you combine those two, they cancel and you get 2a because that's a, and that becomes 23 and so forth. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna solve by something called elimination. All right, this the only part that's tricky is determining what you want to eliminate, which variable you want to get rid of, the x, you want to get rid of the y, but you have to get rid of one of them so you can solve for the other one. Okay, now for number one, it's already done for you. As you can see, the y's can cancel when you collect like terms. So that's why I drew a line like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and collect like terms. That gives me, let's put a 1 here, you get 3x. That cancel is equal to 3. You go, wait, that's really easy. That's true. So elimination is always people's choice to solve systems because it's actually a little bit faster. Okay, so I'm going to divide by 3. X is equal to 1. Now when you substitute, it's a little more work than the other one, but that's okay. I am going to put it into the first one. It doesn't matter which one you choose. X becomes 1 minus y is equal to 2. Subtract 1 on both sides. You get negative y is equal to 1. Divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. Y is equal to negative 1. So my answer is 1 comma negative 1. All right, let's go to number 2. All right, so this one just takes one extra step just by looking. If you collect like terms now, nothing will cancel. And these two, though, they kind of look like they can cancel if one of them is a negative. So that's what we're going to do. You have to make one of them a negative. I'm just going to choose the bottom one because it looks a little bit easier to multiply. So I'll multiply this one by negative 1. All right, so that one's going to give me negative 3x minus y is equal to oh, by the way, it's a distributive property. So make sure you multiply all of them, okay? Now let's go and ignore this one for a second. Okay, I'm just gonna cross it out. And let's look at those two equations. I'm drawing another line. I'm gonna eliminate the x because if you collect like terms, that will be canceled. All right, that will give me 5y, and that will give me 25. 24 and 1 gives me 25. Divide by 5. 5 is y is equal to 5. Plug it back in. Again, it doesn't matter which one you choose. I'll choose this one right here. You have to ignore the work. Okay, so that gives me negative 3x minus 5. That turns into 5 is equal to 1. Add 5, negative 3x. Oops, negative 3x, and that cancel gives you equal to 6. Divide by negative 3. X is equal to negative 2. So my final answer would be negative 2 and 5. Let me box these answers real fast. All right, so again, that's my final answer, okay? All right, let's go ahead and do our last part. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at number 3. Again, analyze the problem first, and I realized, wait a second. This one here, if I turn that into a negative 4, when you think about turning something, think about multiplying. So if I multiply the top part by negative 4, I will make that into a negative 4x, which is great because I can cancel those two now. That will give me a negative 12y. That will give me negative 28. All right. So again, I'm going to focus on, ignore that one for a second, focus on these two, and I'm going to eliminate those two. That will give me negative 19. Y is equal to negative 38. That's a big number, I know, but when you divide by negative 19, guess what? You get an easy 2. All right, by the way, there might be answers it could be like a decimal or a fraction too, so be careful, all right? Okay, let's plug it back in. Plug into this one here. Okay, so I get negative 4x minus 12 times 2 is equal to negative 28. Negative 4x minus 24 is equal to negative 28. Add 24, add 24. That cancel, negative 4x is equal to, that gives me negative 4. Divide by negative 4. X equal to 1. So my final answer is 1 and 2. All right, last problem. Now for this one, this one, it doesn't really matter which one you want to get rid of. I'll get rid of the y since we've been eliminating the x, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply. So these two have to be the same number. And if you can't find a common multiple, okay, you could just multiply by the other number. And the one has to be a negative. So I'll multiply this one here by 5 and multiply this one by -7. Let's take a look now. That will give me 40x minus 35y is equal to 25. Look at this one here, -21x. This one gives me a positive 35y. That one gives me -63. All right. As you can see, they cancel. That's exactly what you want. This one you get 19x. This one you get, let's go ahead and grab a calculator. And we can do 63 minus 25. I know it's a negative, so -30. Oh, that's one has the exact same answer as the other one. Oh, not exactly. Let's see what happened. Divide by 19, x is equal to -2. Plug in the x into one of them. I'm going to plug it into the original equation, this one over here. I'm going to ignore the 7 for a second. All right, so that's 3 times -2. 3 times -2 minus 5y is equal to 9. That gives me -6 minus 5y is equal to 9. Add 6. Cancel. -5y is equal to 15. Divide by -5. Y is equal to -3. My final answer is going to be, I'll write it down here, so it gives me -2 and -3. All right, and that is it for today's lesson. Keep in mind that the answer might be negative fractions or decimals, so be careful. And also remember what's no solution and infinite solution. All right, that's it. Thank you and have a great day.